Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing the information for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So to respect your time, if you are looking for a video where somebody's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll find some value here in this video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at market open. All right, going to throw an order up here at 121. Oh, but I was way too late for that. Well, wanted to get short at 121.50 on Tesla, but actually makes me feel better. Hit a high of 121.50, so I wouldn't, no guarantees I would have even been filled. But nonetheless, was a bit too slow to even get that order out there. I didn't think it'd jump up there that quick, but it did. Market just opened up. We were within the first minute of the day. And there goes Tesla back up, so maybe another. No, all right. Barely any volume on this one. So was curious about ILMN, but as I sit here and watch it, not really that impressed. So maybe potential once again on Tesla. But all right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, I have an order at 122.25 to get short Tesla. As it drops back down. All right, so I may readjust that at this point to 122.50. You can see I have a white line up there, which is something that I've been tracking before. So 122.50, we'll see. It's getting close. All right, going to cancel that out. Mainly because the markets are showing some strength here with this bounce. So I want to be careful going short right now. All right, I will pause. Watching 156 here on Nvidia, higher risk trade. So I'm only going with 150 shares. So if I am right, not going to make a lot of money, close enough. But if I'm wrong, I'm also not going to be taking any sort of larger loss just because I can really kind of see this going. Now, I think it's going to go in my favor. That's why I got in. But would I be absolutely shocked to see this thing come back up? I would not. But nonetheless, really just a play of, you know, did the market completely essentially fail here? And if it did not, then so be it. I could maybe look to add to this one if it wants to come back down to 156, especially at this point after this this bounce here that it's showing. But I will go ahead and pause for now, and if it looks like I'm going to get stopped out, if it starts to come back in my favor again, then I will get the video rolling. Okay, maybe coming back down to 156. Okay, adding it in again. So now I have, I had 300 shares, but I just took off half. So the ones that I added, wanted to take those off. Took off another half there. Like I said at the beginning, if I was right, was not going to make a bunch of money on this one, but my risk was also there too. So all counterbalanced. So yes, in hindsight, the voice saying, Clay, you should have went bigger size. And yeah, I agree with you. You're probably saying the same thing. Exactly, but that's hindsight, right? We'd love to see if we could get 155 here. So took off another 25. Still have 50 shares left just in case we do get that break of 155. Try to enjoy that. But this move here is getting very, very overextended. So again, all by design. You heard me say that at the beginning. Hey, if I'm right, not going to make a bunch of money, but if I'm wrong, then my risk is very, very much so under control. And, you know, had the price gone against me, you would all be saying, I would be saying, good job, Clay. You were smart about that. You managed risk perfectly. Very well done. But like I said, now that the price has gone in my favor, you're saying, I'm saying, geez, Clay, why didn't I do more size? And that's just the mental game that our voice plays with us. So again, just sitting here waiting to see if it does want to break down through 155. Could very well bounce because I'm keeping an eye on the markets, and you can see the markets are approaching that pink line, 200 period moving average. So yeah, I'm going to take off another 25 there. You know, let's just call it good. So $136. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a greedy savage. That entire trade lasted, let's just call it 4 minutes to make the math easy. So, you know, 130 with commissions, call it 130. 130 in 4 minutes. Again, not a greedy savage, but yes, you're absolutely right. Had I added more, had I started with more, that would have been a much different outcome. But you know, that's just that's how trading hindsight goes. And I was watching Tesla too. Tesla made a move. Well, pretty much all stocks made the move because, like I said, when I got in, I was thinking that the market wanted to fail. The market did fail, and now it's really just a question of, can it break down not only through these lows, but real lows don't matter because, so sneaky, you have that 200 period right below these lows. So that's where you know that there's some people around the market that, you know, they're discounting that out. They're just seeing these lows and saying, oh, it's all about breaking those lows. That's only a partial truth because you have that 200 period, you know, big old moving average, you know, right down below there. So that's what I'm going to be very curious about moving forward. But I also would not be totally shocked to see some sort of bounce. Now, does the bounce, you know, does Tesla go back over the highs? Maybe. It is Tesla, but probably not. Probably not. But so it could be another trade here on Tesla with any sort of, move back up for a back test, but we'll see what happens. So overall, I'm happy within the sense of I did play it the way I should have. I'm, of course, unhappy with it because, well, I wish I would have kind of gotten a little bit more loose on my risk tolerances and you know, went in bigger size. But at the time, I did it the right way. So I'm happy that I did play it the right way from a trade management, trade habit perspective. I will go ahead and pause. And I missed it, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. And our chart's perfect? No, there is no perfect tool. But do I believe that technical trading, especially if you're day trading, learning charts is a vital, vital piece? Absolutely. You heard me talk about it. This was live, that just because the price broke those lows, you're not out of the woods. Look right where the price happened to bounce from. Right at that pink line. Once again, I want to be clear. I'm not claiming that charts are perfect, the holy grail tool that does not exist. But are charts something that I really believe should be part of your trading strategy, should be part of your decision-making process? Yes, absolutely. And I give you Exhibit A right here. You heard me talk about all that beforehand, and that's exactly what happened. So you just know that there are some people out there that were not factoring in all pieces of information. They saw the price break through those lows. It's time to get short, and now they're taking losses, or they're holding and hoping. They're going to change their underwear. It's not a pleasant experience for them right now, when in all actuality, that's on them. That is completely their fault, because if you had all the pieces of data, you'd have seen, oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's a break, but you have that 200 period moving average right there. So a good advertisement for the power of technical charts. And if you're interested in learning more, then stick around to the end of this video, and afterwards I do offer a free live class that I'll talk about. But you'll just have to wait to the end of that video when that is the outro for it. But yeah, like I said, just not perfect, but there's certainly a tool worth considering and using. All right, going to do a very simple trade. Hopefully, this thing's either breaking down through 118 or I want out, and my stop loss so in there at 118.02. So this is a breakdown or get out. And this will also determine if I'm done for the day or not. If I take the loss, oh well. So like I said, this thing's either coming down through 118 or it's not. And if it doesn't have a very tight stop on it. So let's see if it does indeed want to come down. So there we go. But we need some follow through here. To which it did not happen at all. Not looking so good. We'll see if it wants to come back down. Not looking good. Was right on the edge of a potential stop. We'll see if it wants to try it again. All right, so now it's a question of can we get more follow through? Needs to come down more. But it is not wanting to budge. Was trying to just take the break even there. But we'll give it a chance. My patience is growing thin on it though, because this was supposed to be a bit of a quicker type breakdown and get moving. So maybe trying again. Is this going to be finally the time where it goes? Nope. What about this time? Maybe. All right, I'm out with 13 bucks. Maybe gave that thing more time than I should, and even if it goes, that's fine. But borderline, not the most disciplined trade on my part, because that was a situation where it's either breaking down and going, or I should be getting out. And it did break down. It did not go. It started to come back up, and then I still gave it more time. So like I said, even if it goes, I get it in hindsight. Oh, you should have held. Yeah, maybe in hindsight, but in the heat of the moment, as right now, I probably gave that thing more time than it should. And I'll stand by that. Even if it does go in my favor, I'll still say that that wasn't the best managed trade because, my premise going in was break down or get out. And yet, I gave that thing a bit more time. It does bring up an interesting proposition. Do I try to, is really that point, so could I have added at 117.50-ish? Maybe, but the market's just have me a bit concerned here. I don't know, does this thing getting ready to head back up? And if it does, that'll probably drag Tesla up with it. So I'll go ahead and pause. And a quick little update, still just putzing around this area. So, played that one. I did play it right in the sense of finally just get out and accept that, okay, this is not really going well. But I still did play it wrong where I gave it more time than what I even should have. And still watching the overall markets over here, if this thing continues to go up, but Tesla continues to go sideways, then I will be very, very interested in getting short. So that's what I'm watching right now. The overall markets, again, if this candle continues to get green and Tesla just continues to go sideways, that'll be quite revealing. And potentially a signal to to get short. So yes, as you can see, this candle is getting green, and Tesla just continues to basically go sideways here. But I'll go ahead and pause, and I'll keep you updated. All right, well, there goes Tesla, which would have, there it is, there was the stop. So that would have been a losing trade had I held and held and held. So yeah, a fine morning. One trade worked out very well. And yes, again, the critique is, well, Clay, it would have worked out even better had you gone bigger share size, which is totally fair, but we've already talked about that enough. Yes, that's all easy to say in hindsight, but at the time, I played it very, very wisely with the reduced position size. And then Tesla, you saw there, just it didn't break. I mean, it broke down, but it never broke down and then got moving. It broke down and then just putzed around, and now you're seeing here that move up there. That spike would have not spike, but that move up there would have knocked me out. So that would have been a losing trade. So it's 10:10, 40 minutes in. I'm going to move on with my day. If I can put, let's say I'm up 149 with commissions, let's call it 140. I'll take it. $140 in my pocket for 40 minutes of quote unquote work. Not many places in the world where you can take it. But the thing I'm most excited about was that example of the power of charts. Not a holy grail. There are no magic pills, but are they a tool that you should learn more about and consider using within your decision-making process? Absolutely. And like I said, I do offer a free live class, which I will talk about right now. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.